Back again with another one. Is your boy TD the G. You already know. You already know. So yeah, topic of today is catalyst you can use to succeed in the music industry. Catalyst you could use to win in the music industry. Number one, bro. Number one is talent, bro. Talent is like light to a moth, bro. What do I mean by that? When you have talent, upcoming artists are gonna wanna work with you. People in the industry gonna wanna work with you because you are super talented. Your talent is raw, and everybody wants a piece of that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's as simple as that. If you're talented, people gonna wanna work with you. You understand? Because everybody wants a piece of that. You know, they wanna be attached to that. You know, they wanna work with you. You know, it is what it is. And if you're smart enough, you could find a way to work with the right people. So number two, I would say it's hard work. Hard work is just hard work. It pays off. It is what it is. So, some of those things might sound cliche, but hard work just pays off, bro. Just the other day, I just discovered a Lil Wayne tape that I didn't know existed. After years of knowing Lil Wayne's music, it just surfaced. I'd be like, what? Wayne, which I didn't know that song existed. I saw in a video, those pages of artists that are not the actual artists, but like their fan pages. For real, I just found a Lil Wayne tape called The Suffix. I just discovered that. I was like, damn, this nigga been working. It's crazy, dog. Some of this work it was before I knew about Wayne, and they were just hidden. It is what it is. The other person I would say it's T.I. Go look at T.I.'s catalog. It's crazy, bro. Like, way, way back. This nigga been dropping tapes since way back. It's just way too crazy, right? The other artists I would say Young Thug. Go check his catalog. There's some songs that are just down there, bro. Like, there are tapes, like, from way back. The other one I would say is NBA Youngboy. You know what I mean? Like, his catalog is just crazy. He's got a lot of plethora of his discography is crazy. Plethora of music going on down like tapes on tapes on tapes. The other one I'd say Juice. Just you can see the hard work, bro, in those people that I'm mentioning that they they not fly by nights. They been doing this thing. They've been doing this thing. It's not just yesterday. You might discover them now, but when you go and check the catalog, you're like, whoa, this person been working. It's crazy, bro. Right? Hard work and smart work, it's mixed together. Smart work, I would say, it's knowing who to work with. If you look at people like Tyler, when she was still coming up, the features that the record label helped her with, they were strategic. They were smart work. It wasn't just go work with Travis Scott. It was strategic that, you know, we know what we're doing. We know where to place her. We know where to, it's strategic. Same way if nowadays if I got a Drake feature, I could go from 10 to 50 just like that, just a multiple. It's the Drake effect, bro. It's crazy. It could take you from 0 to 100 like real quick. The pun is intended. But yeah, dog, his feature can take you from 0 to 100. Same, even you could also look at things like if your favorite artist does a feature run, right? People like Lil Wayne, when he did his feature run, that was crazy. J. Cole, his feature run, that was crazy. It was strategic. It was smart work. You know what you're doing. Jumping on certain beats that people wouldn't likely find you in. That's strategic. It's smart work. You know what you're doing. You're being strategic with your skill, with your what you're doing. Yeah, hard work and smart work. That's one. That's my number two. Number three, I would say money, bro. Money is money. Money opens doors that you wouldn't lightly open. It is what it is. Payola, bro. You might not hear my song on radio, but all of a sudden, if the bag is okay, all of a sudden my song is number one on the what playlist. It's crazy, right? Same way on streaming. If the pack is all right, all of a sudden I'm on playlist radar, playlist, Spotify playlist. All of a sudden, right? If the bag is all right, the money's gonna open the doors. It is what it is, bro. The money opens the doors. Money is money, bro. Money just opens doors that you wouldn't likely be able to open, bro. It is what it is. With money, you can get certain features that if you afford them, you can work with certain artists that you were not able to work with just because you have the bag. Even with marketing, if you have a great budget, you could reach certain audience that you wouldn't be able to reach with if you went organic with it. You know what I mean? It's that simple. Money just opens certain doors that you wouldn't be able to open doing it without the money. It is what it is. Um, the other thing is okay. Number four. Number four, I'd say, is connections, bro. Connections could be, man. I grew up with who and who. I went to school with who and who. And all of a sudden, you get to work with certain people because I went to school with them. I grew up with them. I have their numbers. I grew up with, I grew up with A Reese. I grew up with Nasty. I grew up with Questa. I'm from the same hood as Questa. Just simple thing is like that. You have connections. Or you have certain numbers, or your friend knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, and now you're able to reach that person that you always wanted to work with. Connections are just amazing. A story that I would place in the subject, I would say Lowton.
So how did you know J. Jody? How did you meet him?
J. Jody K. Barigay is my cousin, and so
Oh shit.
yeah.
Okay.
So
That's crazy. I didn't know that. That's fire.
New info, cling cling.
Over pounds. Check out the story of Lowton over pound, how he got to work with A Reese and J. Jody. Just simple things like that. The other one I'd say Kendrick and Baby King. It's a good example of connections. You could call it nepotism, but bro, connection is a connection. Well, I grew up with that nigga. Or my uncle, it's my uncle's niece, or it's my uncle's nephew. It's just that simple. Sometimes could be we from the same hood. As simple as that. Could be a connection. The other one, the other story I would say it's X and triple X and uh who's that Ski Mask, right? Triple X and Ski Mask. We came up together, something like that. A connection, it helps, dog. It is what it's a good catalyst. It's a connection, dog. The fifth one, I would say it's the name. What do I mean the name? How do I mean the name? The name is powerful. If a name is big in a certain industry, it could open doors. It could be your catalyst. Example, I would say it's like connection, but it's not really like connection. It's the name, bro. It's like, do you know, for example, Jaden and Will Smith. Will Smith was in the music industry. He could help Willow, right? Willow could use his dad's name. It is, Jaden in the music industry, in the movie industry, in the music industry also, he could use his dad's name, because once you mention that you Will Smith's son or daughter, it changes the game. You know what I mean? The name Smith we know it's heavy in the film industry. That Smith, once you say Will Smith, it opens doors. Same thing if my dad was Spielberg. in the movie industry. It's gonna open doors just because of the spilled bird. If I wanted to go into the car industry and I say my name is Michael Ford, the Ford just opens doors, dog. It opens doors. If I wanted to go in the tech industry, once I say my name is Musk, what John Musk, whatever it could be, just that name, bro. In the tech industry is gonna open doors. You understand? It's just that simple. Once I go in the music industry and I say I'm John Carter, it's just gonna open doors because why you connected to the Lil Waynes and the Jay-Z's, bro. It's just gonna open doors, dog. If North tomorrow wants to say I'm dropping an album or I'm doing fashion, just because she's connected to the West or the Kardashian, it's just gonna open doors. The Kardashian name, bro, like you could put whatever name before, but what comes after that Kardashian, dog, is just gonna open doors. It's the name, dog, the power of the name. In South Africa, if I say my name is Thabo Motsepe, bro, and I wanted to go into the mining industry, it's gonna open doors. If I wanted to go into politics and say and I say my name is Thabo Mandela or John Malema, or Thabo Zuma, or it's gonna open doors. All of a sudden, or Ramaphosa, bro, it's gonna open doors. It's the power of the name, bro. The power of the name. So certain things, those are the catalysts that I would say they can help you in the music industry to succeed faster. They just catalyst. If you know what a catalyst is, it's a catalyst. It could take you from 0 to 100 real quick. It is what it is. So that's the video for the day, bro. It's your boy TxxDxxThxGxnius. You know what it is.